Hello everybody, I am Maddire maker for those of you who are new here. In this video we are going to be finishing off my last commission for 2025. I am super duper excited about it. It is a double dog portrait. Now the images that I was sent were both different qualities. One was really blurry and one was like really crisp. So trying to get them to match the quality so that way I can actually paint it is going to be my challenge. But I will do my absolute best. Fingers crossed it turns out well for me. Another thing we're going to be doing in this video is going to my first market of the Christmas time period, whatever you want to call it. I am going to be doing my first Christmassy themed market. Hopefully I make a lot of sales because it is that festive season. It is that gift buying moment in time and I am really excited about it. The markets should be busy. Also, fingers crossed, hopefully that goes well as well. I'm going to be making a few different products for my stall in this video as well, just to try and give another price range. If you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I've been trying to add different things to my stall to make it more appealing to a wider audience. People that might want something smaller rather than something extravagant and high-end. So I've been trying to find balance with that, especially for my markets. My online presence, however, is purely the junk journals that I make. If you go onto my website, MaddireMemorymaker.com, you'll see all of my junk journals. Those are a one-of-a-kind, never to be made again. I don't really add any of these cheaper products to my website because there's just really not any point at this stage. I'm just trying to make things for my markets. So, that being said, guys, let's get into this painting. Let's get into this video. Thanks for being here. Let's go! Now, the person who has commissioned this painting has also commissioned a previous painting of the same dog family. So this portrait is of Buster on the left and his daughter Lily on the right. Buster passed away quite some time ago, but Lily is still alive. She's quite old though, so it's really beautiful to kind of reunite the daddy-daughter duo in one painting. I recently painted her brother, his son. That was Casper in, I don't believe I filmed it for you guys, but I did show a little bit of it in one of my videos if you wanted to go back and have a look at that. I think he turned out the best. He turned out really well. I had a lot of fun painting him. It was very wholesome and they were absolutely over the moon excited about the way he turned out. Hence why they have commissioned me for the second time to create another variation of these memorial portraits. I also got to paint his cousin, or actually, is it his cousin? It would be his brother as well. No, yeah. I also painted his other brother, which was Oscar. I just had a brain fart. His name was Oscar, and that is the other brother. So this is like a full dog family that I have painted. It's so beautiful and strange to me that I have literally painted nearly every one of these dogs in this family. But Oscar also passed away. And I recently painted him as well for another family member. So the person that's commissioned me today has only owned the 3 dogs that I've painted. The other brother was owned by another relative of them. So it's pretty cool to be able to go around and actually, yeah, like paint the whole family. I think it's really cool. These pet portraits have definitely been getting a lot of interest online and and in person, so that has been good. These are definitely helping me pay the bills right now, so I'm glad to be able to do them and I'm so grateful. I'm so glad that people feel comfortable enough to allow me to achieve this outcome, or you know, entrust their portrait with me. It's a really beautiful thing to be commissioned. And yeah, I'm very lucky. I can't even English today. The only issue though with doing these older portraits is the photos are from many years ago, and because of that they're not the best quality. I've been sent a large variety of different photos, all of pretty poor quality. It is so important that when you're painting something from a reference image, that your reference is actually clear and has enough detail for you to actually replicate that onto a painting. You don't want to make up things in, you know, your own mind or put down what you think is there if it's not there, because these aren't just a normal painting. This is literally something that is a memorial piece for a particular person or animal. You need to make sure that it's completely accurate, otherwise the person's not going to feel connected or, you know, or really want the painting. Obviously the goal is realism and accuracy. So that is my struggle, because the photos that I've been given aren't very good, and honestly most people wouldn't even take on commissions like these because of the fact that it is so difficult to imagine detail when it is clearly not seen in the image. In this case, for this daddy-daughter duo, the images are both different qualities. So one of them was really good, high quality, and the other one was really bad quality. So I couldn't paint the good quality one as good as it was in the image, because then it would stand out like a sore thumb next to the lower quality image. And like I said, I can't just make up detail out of thin air, because it wouldn't be accurate. If I got the colors wrong, or if I got, you know, different patterns in the fur wrong, it'll be very noticeable to the owner or the commissioner. So I had to keep that in mind and go off of the worst image in terms of clarity and attention to detail. I still think this works out fine, and I know for a fact that the person commissioning this piece was very happy with the way it turned out. I think they were very, you know, happy with it all. So that's all that matters. It's not the best painting I've ever done. Honestly, I did struggle with this painting for really various reasons. Sometimes you can have a really, really good painting session and produce an amazing piece, and unfortunately the next time you go to paint it might not turn out as good as you were, or as good as it was the previous one you'd made. Painting is a craft, and it is something that takes a lot of time, and not every painting you do is going to be the same or the same quality. That is the goal, obviously, to paint at the same level consistently, but you're always improving, you're always changing things, and for me this was the best that I could do given the images that I had and the time frame that I had to do it in. I needed to make sure this commission was completed well before the Christmas period, because I have a bunch of markets booked and a lot going on. I'm a mum, I've got a lot of stuff happening in my personal life as well as my small business life, and these commissions, they do take time, and that is just like a reality of the work that I do. But I really wanted to make sure that I got it done in an early enough time, because oil paintings need to be able to dry like for a decent amount of time before the person receives it. Oil paintings don't dry, they cure, so they actually take a very, very long time to actually cure and quote unquote dry. So it actually takes months, but thankfully because of the mediums that I use, the linseed oil, I can get my oil paintings to be touch dry, but don't touch it, you know what I mean, within like a week or two. So that is really, really important as well when I'm planning out when to start a commission and then when my customer is actually going to be able to receive it. I have to time it perfectly, especially when it comes to things like potential risks, maybe any damages, maybe you start painting and you do a really bad job or something happens in the process. I'm also cutting these out with my jigsaw. That is always a, you know, very scary thing, because if I cut it out wrong, I've got to redraw it all and then recut it. So there's a lot to go into it and a lot that goes in behind the scenes. So yeah, I'm just really glad though that I finally got this painting completed and my client was very, very happy. So that is all that matters. Hopefully the next few paintings that I do will be for me and for a series that I want to create. I'm gonna get a little bit quirky. I really love collage type stuff, but my cutouts are a really big part of my art style. So I really look forward to sharing more of it with you guys in the future. Oh my goodness! It is about to rain, so I need to get a move on. Okay, so I have made a whole bunch of even cheaper journals. These are going to be $15 at markets. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's get a little bit closer, shall we? At the moment, they are incomplete. I've got to do the interiors. So I've got some nice cardstock that's going to line each of them. Very exciting, very exciting. I know I look like a sweaty pig, but I've been painting today. I've had a commission, which is good because commissions are funding my journal business right now. You hear that? Thunder. It's getting real twilighty around here, okay? Oh baby, don't you know? I was joking. I'm not a sportsy person at all. And I look like I'm not wearing any pants. These are pants. These are bike shorts, okay? They're just riding my booty right now. Okay. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. I did a commission. It's finished now. I need to tackle these interiors. Yeah, happy dory, hunky dory, happy days. Blinks with both eyes. Okay, let's go. Now I did just realize that one of my tatas is bigger than the other, and that is because I'm a breastfeeding mum. It just is what it is. Hey, my eyes are up here, buddy. Let's get into it. I gotta stop fucking procrastinating. Oh baby, don't you know myself? Oh baby, I'm a fool for you. Yeah, that is stuck in my head. Oh my god, you guys. Actually, let me tell you something. Twilight is come back to the cinemas for their 20th anniversary. I was a teenager when Twilight came out, so unfortunately I never got a cinema experience. I watched Twilight literally twice a year, at least, from start to finish, and now I can do that in the cinema. I'm really, really excited. I'm going tomorrow. It's going to be a girls' day, a mummy moment. A mummy moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My husband's going to stay home and watch the kiddies, but I go watch Twilight. And I'm paying for Twilight that I own. I know it's a bit silly, but hey, it's nice to do something for yourself every once in a while. And yeah, to feel like a human being again. I'm kidding. Alright, let me get my stuff. I'm actually only going to watch the first 2 movies. I'm not going for the whole marathon because I do have responsibilities. But I'm really excited anyway. Eating popcorn, dipping in my ice cream into my popcorn, eating it. Watching Twilight. It's thundery, rainy weather. Perfect. Hi, honey bun. Hello. Alright, that one is now done. There is them all. Okay, it is the day before market day. This is going to be very exciting. It is the first market that I am doing in the lead up for Christmas. It is currently the 14th of November. Wow, isn't that crazy? The market's tomorrow, the 15th. It is going to be a daytime, all-day market. Really, really excited for this one. Fingers crossed we do well. Good morning. Okay, so my kids are both very sick. We have to go to the market today. My kids are going to stay home with my husband, obviously, and try and recover. I had the worst sleep ever last night. It's 6 a.m. Let's go to the market and get set up. Hello my friends. So I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a market recap. So I did that market. It was not the most goodest market. I made about $120 in sales, and the market fee alone was $50. So it was a long day. We got there at 6, finished at like 2. A long day. Like, it's a long day's work for just such a bad turnout. It's so hard to predict which markets are gonna be like any good though. It was really busy in the first half of the market. I didn't get a chance to film anything because it was just such a big setup and there was so much to do. I did take a few little videos. Maybe I could put them in. I'm really not sure what I captured because market days are always very chaotic for me because I got little kids and other things to organize, and also my mum's been doing the markets with me as well, which has been good, but it's more stuff to set up. She does help, but she's always fashionably late. And I am like such a stressed head in the mornings. Oh, anyway, so yeah, I didn't really do very well. That market, it's a great location, it has potential, but it's just not really attracting people. Like from the first, I think it was like 8 o'clock to about 10, it was busy. And then there was just like nobody like really coming. And I kept hearing comments about people saying like, I didn't even know this market was on. I don't know, it's a bit of a strange one. I think in my town especially, there is so many markets, it's so saturated that, you know, people just don't care about markets anymore. And like they don't really care to go to them because they're expecting the same things. So we'll see how this next one goes though. Alrighty guys, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps me so much. If you would like to check out my website, Maddire.com, I encourage you to do so. My husband has done an amazing job programming it. It looks so beautiful and it's always improving, so definitely go check that out. What a crazy season. My next video is going to be my last Christmas market of the year and I am so excited. Fingers crossed that's a good one. Okay, love you guys. Bye!